Yeah, hi. Thanks for inviting me to speak today. I'm a UCU rep at Tower Hamlets College, and I'm on the UCU National Executive, so I bring solidarity from our NEC. The UCU represents 120,000 lecturers and education workers in colleges and universities, and I just want to say something about what the government's doing to education, because I think it's the same side of the coin of the privatisation that's happening in the NHS. And a story that erupted last week really tells you everything about where this government are at the moment. At the London Metropolitan University, there are now 2,600 international students are now facing deportation within 60 days after the UK Border Agency revoked the visas there. And this is a real clear case of the Tories being on the back foot and playing the race cards to appeal to their Daily Mail readers and shore up the side. And what it means really is that students are in the middle of their courses at London Met, either face being deported or the prospect of having to transfer to another university to start their course all over again. The government have now stepped in to say they'll help finance the transfers, but really the principle that they want to win is that attack on immigration, of which the students are unnecessarily included in the figures. But the bigger story is that will make London Metropolitan University unviable, really. They'll lose something like £30 million with the damage done to the students and the community that are there already. And if you don't know London Met, it's one of the biggest working class universities in Britain, a new university. There are more black and minority ethnic students that go there than the whole Russell Group combined. And it's really what the Tories hate. It's both about attacking young black and Asian people, but also really about smashing up the idea that everyone's entitled to an education, that poor working class people can be allowed to go to uni. It's a completely elitist thing, and it shows you everything they stand for. And I think if you look at the government, it's the return of the nasty party really that we're seeing. If you think about the way they've treated young people in the last couple of years, the attacks on educational maintenance allowance that allow young working class people to go to college, the scandalous political intervention into the GCSEs, which meant thousands or tens of thousands of young people don't have the right to continue their education or even get basic low-wage jobs because they haven't got the C. The 60,000 young people that won't go to university this year because of the caps on university places, the 1 in 5 that are unemployed, the political repression after the riots of last year, Alfie Meadows and the attack by the police during the student demonstrations. You can go on and on. It really is the return of the nasty party, but they're also a weak government. You know, they've had something like 30 U-turns. You saw in the reshuffle that they threw people like Ken Clarke to the dogs to try and shore up the backbenchers. They're really in trouble at the moment. You know, in the summer, George Osborne came under fire, not just from popular protests of last year, the strikes and demonstrations, but also sections of the city now are turning around saying, hang on, maybe they're getting it wrong, the economy's in a mess. You saw the way George Osborne and Theresa May and others were booed during the Olympics. They thought that would be their moment of catharsis to try and shore up some support, and really people peeled away from them with the disgusting treatment of disabled people when ATOS were one of the sponsors of the Paralympics. So I think we have a real opportunity now. Last year we had a major victory in our union when the government attacked ESOL students, people that want to learn English, again playing the race card to shore up their side. And under popular protest, that campaign won. It saved hundreds of thousands of places. The government have had something like 30 U-turns. So I think we've got a real moment here. You look at what's going on in Egypt and Greece, the weakness of the government at the moment. The TEC have called a demonstration on 20th of October. I hope you'll all go out and build it in your communities, in your neighbourhoods, amongst your workplace. Bring as many people as you can. You know, we've got to learn the lessons of last year. The strikes of November, when 1 million people, 2 million people went on strike, were sold out by our trade union leaders. If they're talking about general strikes now, I want to make that a reality. We've got ballots going on in our union to fight over pay. The pensions battle will continue. So I think, you know, throw yourselves into it. There's a real chance here for an autumn of resistance and for us to break this government. Thanks.